Hello, I'm Ric Parker. I'm a professor in aeronautics. I was previously, for 18 years, the CTO of Rolls-Royce, and now I'm here in Singapore where I run the Singapore Aerospace Programme. Sustainability starts at all levels in our industry. So right from the start, when you design an aircraft, are you going to use materials that don't create too much carbon when you make the materials? So traditionally, we've used aluminium and titanium, which is very carbon intensive. So moving over to composite materials, which take much less energy to make them in the first place, is a great idea. Then, once you've made the aircraft, how do you make it as light as possible, and how do you make it as efficient as possible? So even today, you burn as little fuel as you can and reduce the amount of CO2 you're producing. And then looking forward, how are we going to substitute today's fuel, which is carbon-based, for either a zero-carbon fuel like hydrogen or a recyclable fuel like biofuel. And then, very importantly, end of life. These aircraft can be in service for 25 years. So what do we do at the end of that period? We've got a lot of aircraft around us today that weren't designed with that in mind, so we just got to do the best we can to recover all those materials. But if we start today, we can design modern aircraft so they're much easier to recycle. I think the whole circularity opportunity is becoming increasingly important. There's a lot of aging aircraft out there that will be coming out of service, and we've got to find efficient ways. We can't just put them into landfill, we can't incinerate them. We've got to find ways of recycling those. But as we go forward, the exciting thing is to look at the new materials we're going to use, like carbon composite, and figure out how do we retrieve that not just as a scrap material, but in a reusable form of high quality that we can put back into the industry, so it becomes truly circular. The bit you made for an old aircraft, you can make again for a new aircraft. I think in 5 years' time, we're still going to be dealing with today's problems and finding more imaginative ways to do that. In 10 years' time, we'll see the new technology coming through. Well, that's one of the things about aerospace. It is a long-term game. Technology I invested in 10 years ago may only just be coming into today's aircraft, so it's about waiting. But yeah, I think success will be that by the time we've done that 10-year journey, we've really made a big difference. We're not just putting old planes into landfill or even worse, parking them in the desert.